Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. Now I'll come up to
Hey everybody, welcome to
Hi.
our after show for Big Little Lies Season 2, Episode 2, titled Telltale Hearts. In this episode, Meryl Streep acts.
A lot.
Like she always does.
everyone does all of the
All
acting.
the acting.
All the acting.
Captions off.
Lots of acting.
Andrew?
I'm Andrew.
I'm Mark. This is Rockefeller.
I'm Crystal.
And I'm Zach.
We're the Knights of the Drunk Watch.
And
now
now our
our
talk
talk
begins.
Mm-hmm.
So yummy.
So what are we talking about?
Delicious.
So today we're talking about Big Little Lies Season 2, Episode 2, Telltale Heart, and what happens in this episode.
And, like, everyone's truths came out. We called it at the beginning of the episode because the title is Telltale Hearts, and if you know anything about the Edgar Allan Poe story, it's about a murderer who accidentally confesses his crimes because of stupid reasons.
Really stupid reason.
And that's kind of pretty much exactly what happens. Everybody's
shit.
So
came
everything
out
from
of
the
that.
shadows is like coming to the light now, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So first is Bonnie finds out, or Bonnie's mom shows up, right? Because
I'm so over
Oh, yeah.
Bonnie.
well,
Yeah.
Bonnie has a secret, and the secret is that she killed Perry.
Yes. Well, everyone has secrets. She's the only one who's being all like,
But we found out,
poor me.
but we found out this is not the first time she's done something.
That is
Oh
true.
yeah. They
But we knew she
hinted
had a
that there was.
past that prompted her to react that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So there was a past that prompted her to maybe start self-defense or start a self-defense class.
Or to start charging at someone and push him down the stairs.
So So now we know something triggered her to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just that she killed Perry. It's that it's compounded with whatever trauma she never dealt with, and now she's killed somebody, right?
Yeah.
Again.
Question
And so
mark.
mom is a good little
Clive
sleuth,
Owen.
and
Very.
she like discovered it within like a day. And she's
Yeah.
like, it's this stupid trivia night. Something happened. What's going on? And Bonnie's just like tight-lipped. I don't know. She doesn't want. I mean, everyone knows that she was there and that he fell, but I guess they don't know that Bonnie pushed him.
No, they
Well,
don't.
not everybody knows.
Is that the thing that's the big secret?
The party
Like
line is
we were
he
just
fell.
we were tussling and then he slipped.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He fell down the stairs.
But even though, like, I don't think there'll be a jury in the world that would convict her for defending her friends.
No.
But
If they had
didn't
told the
stop to think
truth
about
9
that,
months
they
ago.
lied.
Yeah.
But-
that was the whole thing. If they had told the truth
Well-
the night of, it would not have been that big a
Big a
deal.
deal.
Here's a
Yeah.
stupid question: Is
Stupid
lying
answer.
to a detective not under oath against the law?
It's
I think
no,
so.
it's not perjury,
It's
but it is
obstruction
obstruction
of
of justice.
Oh, let's not get into that right now.
Oh,
Next topic.
No, perjury
So,
is lying under oath.
I mean, so
Lying
her
to a
mom,
detective is obstruction.
her mom is on the nail.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
She knows it's that night is
bad.
bothering her daughter.
Yes.
She just doesn't know, She
pinpointed
knows someone
it down to a
died.
day.
Yes.
but she just hasn't figured out that it was Bonnie. I mean, she's gonna figure it out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's having visions.
She's
apparently.
having the shining, and she's gonna figure it out.
But Mary Louise is in there, and she's probably going to try to get the police all riled up, thinking it was Celeste.
Celeste. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who actually
Celeste
pushed him
has
on
all of the
purpose.
motives to do it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and Mary Louise put it all together.
Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting little bit that I knew I thought of, but then I checked it on IMDb, is that Mary Louise is Meryl Streep's real name. By the way, I mean, in case you didn't know that, she was born Mary Louise Streep, and then she changed it to Meryl when she started acting because it rolls off the tongue better.
Which it does.
It
So
does,
Meryl
very much
Streep is
so.
really a psycho mother-in-law.
I
ruin
Yeah.
your
didn't
life.
say that.
Yeah.
I said Meryl's real name is Mary Louise.
So
Which is cute.
the two mother-in-laws are on the case.
Yes.
They're the
Yes.
true detectives
They're
in
the
this
ones
story.
figuring all this shit out.
They're putting the dots all together.
Yeah.
They're
Even
the
though,
ones with the podcast.
right. Even though Mary Louise is a little off the trail, she is correct in thinking something else is up.
Yes.
Right?
Well, see, I mean, but her issue is that Mary Louise refuses to believe that her son is anything but a perfect angel.
But it's exactly what her therapist. What's the character's name? Nicki Kidman's character.
Celeste.
Celeste. It's exactly what Celeste's therapist told her was going to happen.
Yes.
If you don't report it, you don't go to the police. People are going to
Or
say,
tell a friend.
Yeah.
Have someone
"This is
who can vouch
this is
for it.
right. This is just you making things up." And here
I mean,
we are.
and she's still, even after therapy, even talking, she's still doing that. Oh, sure, we got a bit violent, but we had
Right.
sex afterwards, so it was totally fine.
I mean, but that's
Wait,
the role of a
well,
victim. Like that's when you're traumatized like that, and it's just ingrained in you for so long.
Yes, exactly.
That this is just how I love. This is me showing you love.
She has excuses for
It
every
gets-
single bruise.
That's very much a
every
trauma
single
patient. Like,
argument. Yeah.
and things get very conflated in your mind about what is love, especially if, like we discovered, she's an only child. She has nobody in the world, so she wasn't probably getting
No idea where her father is.
love
Her
and
mother's
attention.
gone.
Yeah, so she wasn't getting.
So she didn't have anyone to run to.
He
Right.
handpicked her.
But she also didn't have a good example of like what a good relationship
Relationship
is.
Yeah.
Right.
She just probably thought, this is what it is. I can't tell anybody. We're so wealthy. We have 2 kids. Like,
And also because he's so attractive, you're probably like, oh no, this is such a
There's
great man.
no way. Yeah.
Speaking
exactly.
of good
There's no way he could do
relationships,
that.
Ambi and Celeste went out and had rough sex with a stranger.
ambient
Yeah.
select. Which I don't blame her for, but she's trying to
I
find.
mean, her therapist was trying to say.
Well,
Yeah.
and she's
Something
trying to
along that.
find a human connection to maybe not replace, but just kind
No,
of
but to-
just to round
To
the edges.
forget about it for a
Right, I mean,
few
just
hours.
try to find something that's not abusive sex, right?
Yeah.
But
'Cause-
it was abusive. She
Was
had a
it?
bruise on her wrist.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
well, she also
From
her
people.
airbags deployed also.
Well, her airbag deployed. Well, yeah.
They
Well,
did
maybe that
because
came from the
that was
accident. when she ran it. When she.
Well, I know that, but she could have gotten a bruise from that
the
or
airbags,
something
That's
too.
true. But it was
As,
on, it was on
if
her
Audie
wrist,
were here,
though.
Audie could tell us
It was
that.
on her wrist, and she was kind of.
Did you see Audie's wrist after she got in her car accident? Her entire wrist was like
Yeah.
burnt and scraped up because
Oof.
the airbags can fuck up your wrist.
Yeah.
I mean, so
We only saw a flash
She's-
of her sex.
whether she is like, she's obviously being a little reckless about it and like leaving in the middle. I mean, I took it as she left in the middle of the night, had sex,
Yeah.
and like left early morning in her
When she
ambient
was
state.
still
I
on
mean-
her, she was still high on her pills.
But
and-
I mean, she probably couldn't have found that in Monterey, so she probably had to
Right.
go to the next town
Right.
over.
Because Madeline said we're in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
When they were
oh
driving
yeah,
back.
when they were driving back.
They found Bonnie just walking like the Walking
Hiking.
Dead.
Hiking.
Sure,
Yeah,
hiking by herself.
In
She
her
was
thoughts.
on a path.
She
A
was
lot of
in
people
her
hike by
thoughts.
themselves. They're all over the news these days because they get lost.
She
Yeah.
didn't have any hiking equipment. She was just like walking.
Well, that's hiking.
You don't have to have a whole bunch of equipment and walking sticks to go hiking. You can just have tennis shoes and clothes and just go.
Hiking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
She's like, oh, Celeste might let her guard down, and then Mary Louise just gonna show up again and be like, haha, I caught you on your secrets.
Yeah.
well, and
So what's going on with the? There it is. Never
It's
mind.
It's
Fine.
coming back.
Mary Louise is very skeptical about the way
Your
Celeste
words?
is processing
Mm-hmm.
her grief, which I think is not fair.
It's not at all.
Because Mary Louise is grieving her son.
Yes.
And Celeste is grieving her abusive husband.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that's two different things.
And I said this last week too. It's like grief cannot be like everyone experiences grief differently.
Differently.
Just
Right.
because Celeste is not breaking down crying every 5 minutes
Or screaming at the dinner table.
does not mean she's not grieving for her husband.
Yeah.
Like maybe she's just trying to keep a strong face in front of her children. or stuff like, you know, I mean, there are many reasons.
And she's I think there's lots of references to her just not being an emotional person ever.
Yeah.
And just not being vulnerable. Because her kids are like, Mom, we can't talk about it with you because you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I brought it up at school.
Parents do that too.
Well, I mean, the only time you really see her vulnerable is in her therapist's office. That's it.
Well, because her therapist pushes her to do it.
Yes.
She doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to close her eyes. She doesn't want to.
And I feel like, and her therapist is kind of bringing this out in her and trying to help her face it, but then in her real life around her children and mother-in-law and friends or whatever, like, she's still not facing it, though.
And that's a lot. That's victimhood. I mean, that's, it takes a while for you to disconnect. I think telling her to imagine Marilyn in that position was a therapist trying to help her. Meredith in that position was helping her disconnect.
Madeline.
Meredith, Madeline.
Reese Witherspoon.
I had no idea what they're talking about.
No, telling her to imagine Reese.
Telling her to imagine her friend in that situation was trying to get her to disconnect the act from the emotion.
Emotions, exactly.
Hi, Nat.
Hi, Mom. So I think that was a good way. I think that's helping Celeste start to kind of see her life and her relationship not as the loving one she thought she had,
and realize
that she's
it
being
wasn't
told
exactly
she had, and seeing it for what it was.
Yeah.
So then we go to Meredith and
Madeline.
Madeline. It's Mark's fault.
Madeline and Adam.
Is it Adam?
That's the actor's name, though.
That's why I'm just calling them all by their real names.
Steady
It's
Eddie.
so much easier.
Madeline
Reese and Adam.
Ed. And so Chloe.
Yes,
Chloe.
Chloe blurted it out. It seems like that's what we talk and
Mom was
Wait, blurted what out?
boinking the
that
theater
you were
director.
having sex with the theater teacher.
That's Abigail.
Theater director.
Abigail. Oh fuck.
Oh, Abigail. That's
Reese's
right. Chloe's the
daughter.
one that did the whole Ziggy thing.
Yeah, Chloe's
We haven't gotten there
Jiggy.
yet. We haven't gotten there yet.
Right.
Oh,
I mean,
Jesus.
and these children just sitting here eavesdropping on. Well, granted, their parents are not.
She's on the phone in the
stealthiest
kitchen.
people
They
when it
really
comes to being on the
are,
phone.
yeah.
Remember, you saw Reese when she was trying to sell the house, and she was sitting there on her phone gossiping
Right,
about
and
stuff.
She's
and,
talking on the phone in the kitchen over a glass of wine. The house
Like,
carries.
they're-
Like your voice carries.
and
and
kids
kids aren't
big,
stupid.
wide open houses, like.
But she told Abigail last season.
Yeah.
She flat out
Oh,
told
did she?
her.
Okay, I don't remember.
Because when Abigail was going to sell her virginity, and she was doing it because her
Oh,
mom
I
was so
remember
perfect, and
She
I was
was
so
gonna
stressed
sell
out,
her
and you're so
virginity.
perfect, and I can never live up to you, and da 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 da. You always make the right decisions, da 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 da. She came out and said, "I cheated on you.
I make mistakes.
I make mistakes
cheat
too.
on
I
Dad.
cheated on Dad." And so that was a big like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
And so but why would Abigail just blurt it out?
Well, after
Her
he
reasoning
left,
was that
she turned and said, "You said he wasn't home."
No, but still, I mean,
Funny.
OBS is being a little ninny.
Oh, yeah.
So now Ed is like, okay, you're keeping too many damn secrets from me,
Yeah.
Including fucking another man.
and which is a huge one.
Huge.
And Madeline's like, oh, it was so long ago, but it really wasn't.
It was a year ago.
And
And she had an affair with him a year before that.
did she have an
Oh
affair
yeah,
with him
that
before?
wasn't her first affair with him
Yeah.
either.
They had a real affair
2 years ago.
2 years
They
ago.
had a tryst.
Then they
2
had a
years ago.
tryst
Uh-huh.
that was kind of trying to rekindle
And then-
the affair.
And then she was
Had a car
sleeping
wreck.
with him while every other day she was going out onto the beach saying, "Oh, my life," and he kept going out there and be like, "I'm trying to be here for you. You need to tell me what I can do to help you." And then she was like,
Wow, really?
"Yeah, that was right about the same time, somewhere around there."
And she had a
Adam
car wreck.
Scott was trying to do everything he could
Well,
to
the
help
car
her.
wreck, he'd come to talk to her.
Confront
they drove
her about, yeah.
somewhere to talk, and they were driving back.
Right. He wanted to confront her about their tryst.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's.
okay.
Oh,
And
wait.
she's like,
when
can we
she
talk
and
about
the
this later? Can you please
director
go away?
got
He's like, we
in
need
the
to have a
car
drive. But because everybody was questioning what was she doing in the car with him?
Yeah.
Discussing props delivery.
Oh yeah, oh, no.
Yeah.
Blaming
Exactly.
the props people for not
Yeah.
delivering
About
on
the show.
time.
Delivering
Go
the
fuck yourself.
delivering the D to the P.
Sorry,
Hey.
I'm a
Just-
props
Sir,
person,
that's a little
so that's why
descriptive there.
Well, that's what they were talking about.
No,
And so Ed has put all this together.
Yeah.
He's like, okay,
Well,
I
I
got your
mean-
number.
He was kind of given all of this information.
Well, she still
he
has
was
not.
probably assuming it in the back of his mind, but then now he just got the proof.
Yeah.
She has not come completely clean though.
As far as what?
She didn't tell him about the 2 years and the 1 year.
Oh,
and
no.
she
I
was
don't think
kinda-
that matters.
I think at this point it doesn't matter.
I don't think
At that
matters.
point,
I
no,
think the only thing
it's
that
just
matters
going
is
to
that
drive
it
the
happens.
screw in harder.
Yeah.
If, I mean,
No pun intended.
yeah,
Screw,
yeah.
knife, fork, whatever you want.
I mean,
Knife, yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's what
it's
it's
okay,
it's
okay,
a
but
shitty
but
situation,
she's making
but-
like, oh, it was just one thing a long time ago.
But it wasn't.
It was a night. I was drunk. He was like,
And
it was
then
just
it
like,
was-
no,
Well,
it's
I-
not.
What I
You
understand, it's not you, it's me, it's us. Well, us
Is me.
includes
Is
him.
me, yeah.
So, what does that mean?
It's she didn't know what else to
I mean,
say.
I'm starting to see a pattern of like Madeline's being a shitty wife.
Yeah.
I don't know what her and her ex-husband broke up for, but it just seems
It's-
like
Well, he was being a shitty husband, and now she's being the shitty wife.
yeah, it doesn't make
because
it okay
she's still
at all.
hung up on her ex-husband, and when her current husband was not doing enough for her, even though he was following her out on the beach every
Yeah,
night
I
going,
mean-
what can I do to make this better? I just need to stare at the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, he seemed really,
Oh God.
he
He
seemed
was
really
trying.
committed and like
Them and staring
communicative.
at the damn ocean.
And
Hey, if you had that ocean out in
That's
your
true.
backyard,
I would
that
totally
would
park
be
her.
your excuse
Yeah.
for everything.
I would totally.
so let's
park
pivot
on that
to Renata and her husband.
Oh,
wow.
Actually,
That
folks,
whole
I
nightmare.
do feel a bit bad for Renata.
I never thought I would feel for Renata, but I do
am
feel
not going to be rich.
I don't
Not-
not going to be rich.
What is her
Double
husband's
negative
name?
times
Gordon.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a stupid name.
I mean,
sorry, Gordon.
yeah. So I mean, I don't understand all that insider training, blah blah blah, trading.
It's white collar crime.
Yeah. So I mean, just pretty much what he was taking money that wasn't his. Was he embezzling?
No,
It
he
said
was-
something
Actually,
about
no, he didn't
security.
say anything.
It said security.
Yeah,
Something.
the gist I got from it, and I think this is probably where it's probably hard on that business,
Yeah.
is he knew from insider information, he knew this company had bad tests. They were testing something and they didn't go well. The company was going to go down. So he sold stock before everyone else knew about it. He had advanced knowledge
Right.
that the company was going to
That's
tank.
why it's-
So he sold the stock early when it still had value. And then when the information became public, it tanked and everyone else lost their money.
Yeah.
But he got out before it went
He
public.
got out.
Or whatever. He's talking about short selling, but which
And
is a
said
term
something-
I've heard when people do bad things.
Yeah.
with
And then
stocks,
they
but
said
it's-
something about security fraud when they were
Right.
listing his charges.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all tied together.
I did like how they filmed that little sequence when the guys, all the lawyers were talking and they were just kind of laughing about it, which is fake,
When
but
she was
that's
just in
probably
her head.
exactly how she was picturing
She
it in
needed,
her head.
she needed a Xanax.
I thought that was clever.
She needed some
She
kind
needed
of
a
drugs.
Xanax. I mean,
And or alcohol.
I mean, he's telling her we're going to lose everything.
Yeah.
Like, only thing that's going to be safe is Emma Bella's trust,
Mm-hmm.
which
So-
is the house. And I mean, don't forget, she just did a photo shoot for an article,
Yeah.
About women in power.
Women in
Women in
Power,
Power.
and now she's about to lose everything.
Yeah, well, because
She
it
actually
seemed
did
like
ask
what
who's gonna cover
so
it.
she made
On the
her
cover.
own money.
Cover story is going to
It
change.
seemed,
Yeah.
but then because they're husband and wife, so they
In
joined
California.
up their divorce in California.
Oh my goodness.
I
That's
mean,
exactly what he
It's
wants you to do.
terrible.
I mean, the only reason for them to get divorced though is she wouldn't save anything, but I guess anything
She did-
new she earned because she does have a good job
Yeah.
Yeah.
would not be included.
Yeah, it wouldn't really be about her testifying against him because
No.
she
You
knew
can't.
nothing.
but I'm not a lawyer.
well, no, saying like
Surprise.
if they divorce, and
Spoiler
then-
alert.
But she can't testify because she doesn't know
But if
anything.
she gets divorced, the money she makes after the divorce, she can keep.
Yes, it's her money.
So I feel like it's like control. Like that's a way to control that situation of
divorced
like
so that you
cut it
can-
off
yeah.
here, so I can still make some money. I'm not gonna be left with nothing, Because it seems
but
like...
that's assuming he's going to be found guilty and he's going to lose everything.
Exactly.
But that's a big die to roll.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're not going to... I would just...
A
sorry.
lot of couples go
Well,
through
he
that,
was the
though.
one that decided to roll the big die in
No,
the first place.
correct.
That's the
So-
ranch.
Which,
So-
what was, I was gonna say, that was it? Like, that was his big reason
The
why he
ranch,
did
like,
it?
what was that? Was that, like, her family
The house,
property?
the
Yeah,
house.
her family house.
Oh, wait, or no, that was the house with
Yeah.
the infinity pool on the beach, the one
Mhm.
they're living in
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, when he said the ranch, I thought they might have had another property.
No, that
somewhere
was a
else.
metaphor. Like, he lost the ranch.
You lost the farm.
He
Ah.
sold the
I thought
farm.
it was a metaphor as well, actually.
Well, no, it was.
I just thought it was referring
he was
to another
thinking there was
property.
another house.
Oh, okay.
There was an actual ranch.
Yeah, because like if you
In
have a
Reno,
house
where
on
they have
the
ranches.
beach with an infinity pool, would you call that the ranch?
If you're rich and you're hoity-toity, I guess. you know.
It's a phrase. I bet the
Turn of
ranch.
phrase, yeah.
So,
Turn of phrase.
I mean, that's what I would do, is just to control the situation so I don't get left with nothing and potentially lose my job, because this will start a scandal, you know.
Right, because
Bye-bye,
nowadays,
Yeah, I mean,
in today's
yeah.
world, like if you are associated with scandal and stuff, they can fire you because no,
You're a liability.
If your
Someone-
husband's convicted of insider trading,
Yeah.
that's a big deal.
It
We don't
is.
need that on the board of PayPal or whatever. That's bad publicity. So you're out. So I would just like, listen, we got to get divorced. It's not personal. You started all this.
It's business.
I'm trying
yeah.
to fix it now. I need
It's
to keep my
just
job.
good business.
So it super sucks. I wonder if her and Jane will be neighbors. That'd be really fun.
Hashtag rich people.
If Renata and Jane are
problems.
like
Right?
neighbors,
That's exactly what
That would be funny.
That is
Just
the
to move in
epitome
next to
of
Jane.
rich
and like if
people
that's what she
problems.
thinks is like poor, is like the way
I'm
Jane
gonna
lives.
not be rich.
All right. Is there anything else we missed?
Jiggy.
Oh, and then
Oh, poor
Ziggy
Ziggy.
finding out
boys.
about his father and his brother.
And then having the most awkward play
Play
date
date.
with his half brothers.
Half
I
brother.
mean, what are you gonna do though?
I mean, might as well.
And
They all
Mom
know.
is crying in the corner.
It's not the
now.
best situation. I mean, the guy's gone, which sucks for Ziggy because he never got to meet his dad. But did
I
he?
don't think
Did he?
he didn't need to.
Did he need to? Like,
No.
Ziggy didn't really miss anything.
No.
But as a kid, do you really?
But
you
he
don't
doesn't
know that. Yeah,
that.
you
But
don't know
Ziggy
that.
doesn't know that.
Well, I
It's-
mean, remember, she did tell him how.
she explained
kinda how it
assault
happened, yeah.
to him and such, but yeah, he might understand part of it, but it's still not one of those. It's still one of those things he's not going to fully understand for many years to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's no matter how well you explain it, a child of that age is not going to fully understand that some stranger raped my mother and I was born.
I mean, I feel like this should have been episode 1.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like this should have been because this is like all the cards on the table. Like this is the whole setup for the whole
they
season.
had to introduce
I was
all
gonna
of
say-
the
They had to remind
characters
us.
and
You know,
They
HBO
didn't
is
really have to
notorious
watch
for
shows.
bringing.
They did
you
kind of
roll
like
call.
ease us into it.
I guess.
Can
You know,
know
HBO
where
likes to do that.
I just-
Bonnie
we always
is.
have to do roll
know where
call.
everyone
I feel that way because I
is.
binged the whole thing. So I'm like, okay, good. This is all
oh
great.
well,
We get it.
that's why he watched the entire first season in like one day.
Yeah, I did.
Which was what, just last week?
Yeah.
The week
So-
before last, yeah.
Okay, so you calm yourself.
So I'm like, okay, good. This
No,
is cool.
So episode 1 they did roll call, and now they have set up
the whole
pretty
season.
pretty much
Substance,
all
yeah.
of the
All of this season.
what's the word?
Dominoes?
Conflicts.
Conflict.
Between everyone, and yeah, now the dominoes are. Right now, I think someone just pushed the domino over, and we've seen the first domino start to fall, and then hopefully next episode we'll see the
So,
rest of the dominoes.
So here's my question.
Go ahead.
Is Gordon's mother going to come in,
Oh, Lord Jesus.
you know, when Renata and Gordon lose the house?
Oh, Lord.
Is it Angelica Houston? Because I'll watch that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, please.
Yes,
I will
Gordon
watch-
Klein's mother.
Yeah.
No,
They
they
would happen,
would.
reshoot.
We would
Dude.
know if Angelica
Season
Houston was
3.
going to show
I will
up
watch
on those.
Angelica Houston, Nikki Kidman, and Meryl Streep just chew all the scenery.
Oh, God.
Or
Yes,
or
please.
could Madeline have a mother who's going to come and
Oh, yeah.
nurse her
Who would
through?
play Madeline's mom?
What's another blonde woman?
It could be anybody. I mean, you can make anybody blonde. Think about it. So,
Yeah.
do we
Oh.
think someone's going to die at the end of the season?
Yeah.
Someone, they're indicating that
Someone
someone's
is going
gonna
to drown.
Brown. I think.
Which
yeah.
is death.
Yeah.
Yes,
With
that
the death.
is death.
Specifically.
All right, so who's going to drown? That's the big question.
Andrew?
God, well, of course, it's going to be a surprise, but I think a woman is going to die.
Really?
I'll predict a woman. Well, last year was a man.
That's
This
true.
year it'll be a woman.
Because the women are all up and they have
Mark?
Oh, is that for? Wait, no.
Predictions.
Andrew
Oh,
said a woman.
Just a woman. That's
Just
all you
a
got.
woman.
That's all I got. All I got right now
Okay.
is one of the women.
I mean, well, Bonnie seems like the obvious choice.
Yeah.
They kind of showed a few little images of her in the water.
Mhm.
I kind of wouldn't be surprised because we keep talking about Celeste might kill Mary Louise in some way.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mary Louise drowned. But it could be anybody. I mean,
I'm gonna hop on the gravy train. Yeah, like it because Bonnie seems like such an obvious answer, especially after the last 2 episodes. Yeah, I would say Mary Louise at this point.
Oh, Mary Louise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Mary
because
Louise.
for me it's like, okay, if it is Bonnie, then it's like, okay, guys, this is obvious. And that
it's
means
like
we
you've
wasted
been
a whole
hyping this
season.
up already.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I'm gonna hop on the Mary Louise train.
The twins are going to do it.
But what if
No.
if it was Madeline after her mother Melanie Griffith shows up?
Oh! Oh,
Because-
yes,
I was gonna say
Melanie
Goldie Hawn,
Griffith.
actually.
Or Goldie Hawn.
Because Madeline saved one of the twins from drowning.
That's true.
When?
They
That's
just
true.
mentioned it
Max.
in the
She
show.
mentioned it.
saved Max.
She's
Oh,
like,
I
your
don't
friend's
remember.
evil. She saved
Well-
one of the twins from drowning. Where were you?
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I was like,
No,
really,
I'm
Meryl?
just thinking of Melanie
Shame.
Griffith showing up as Reese Witherspoon's mom.
So what I think will happen is, I think it'll be Bonnie. I think Bonnie will attempt
So
suicide
obvious.
in the middle of the season.
And someone will drown saving her.
No, I don't think anybody's going to die. I think she's going to attempt suicide.
So it isn't an actual death. It's just Bonnie will try to kill herself. Mid-season.
Mid-season, because that'll really open up, like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
She's
Right.
trying to kill herself. She's not just depressed. She's trying to kill herself. And I think that's going to crack open her past, and her mom's going to come back. Like, it's going to really snowball this whole investigation into more than just it wasn't self-defense. That's when you know it's not just self-defense. Right? So that's what I think.
Yes. It's
I
still
have a
self-defense,
confession, I'm an
though. Let's
idiot.
call that.
Not Melanie Griffith. The mother of all mothers, of blonde mothers. Patricia Clarkson.
Oh. Ooh, Adora's going to make an appearance in Monterey.
Adora.
Ah.
She's going to bring her mint juleps and come have a seat. On
And she's
some
going to come in as Reese Witherspoon's mother, and she's going to look at that one little child and go, Amabella?
Holding her amaretto
her
sour.
amaretto sours, that's right.
Oh, Lord.
With her tooth floors. Okay, so I think that's what we did. We did all the things.
We did
Yeah,
all
I
the
think
things?
we
So,
did.
I'm going to say real quick shout out to the 3 people who might be watching.
Hey, 3
Hi,
people.
You know,
people.
one of them was Annette. We've been trying to do our live chats through Patreon as one of our exclusives, but not very many people seem to watch or chat. So if you're one of those people, maybe let us know in the comments that you're able to get to YouTube just fine. But I think we're going to continue letting Big Little Lies be our big freebie. But we do live chats after a lot of the stuff we watch.
Mm-hmm.
We want people to participate, donate, give us $1 on
For
Patreon.
sure.
You get notifications of all the other live chats.
Yep.
Word.
When it's going to happen. All right.
But we're not 100% sure people get those notifications and they don't know how to get past Patreon to chat on YouTube. So
You give it $1.
let us know.
Yeah, give it $1.
Give me $1.
All right, Andrew.
All right, so I'm Andrew.
Are we doing
A
that
roll
again?
call.
I'm Mark.
I'm Crystal.
I'm Zach.
We're in That's the Drunk Watch.
And now our talk is ended. Good night, everybody.
So why did we start doing a roll call at the end?
Be kind, rewind.
We've been talking for 20 minutes, so.
Maybe they need to